peeps, it's Mela Lee, the voice of Lifeline from Apex Legends, Jade from Mortal Kombat, Tiki from Miraculous Ladybug, and just about everything else.
Was it crazy to see the response that you got from Apex Legends?
Yes, actually, when I was cast, it was supposed to come out in September, I think, of 2018. And they said, we're going to kind of wait till 2019 and announce, I think, 8 Legends at once. And then I said, great, so when can we start tweeting about it? There'll be like a big campaign. They said, no. We're just going to drop it sometime in January, February, and see if it catches fire, which is usually code in Hollywood for we're shelving the game. So I was like, oh, it was really fun to record. And then it came out, and I got a text about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they said, hey, Apex Legends came out, do you mind tweeting about it? And we don't get to see the final pictures of our characters until it comes out. So I thought, I'm going to go online and try and find a good picture of, oh my gosh, 1 million people are playing it in the last 3 hours. And then it was 10 million, and then by the end of the month, it was like 50 million players. And I guess they didn't need an ad campaign. And we became Apex Legends, like a worldwide family that I just want to thank you guys, anyone that's watching this, anyone that's filming it. 2020, I know it's so long ago, but it was kind of a hiccup in the world. And the Apex Legends family worldwide really helped me through that, like us connecting, and everyone was so supportive. And being the medic in the game, I got to do a lot of nonprofit work for first responders and medical workers. And if any of that is you guys, I love you. And if any of that isn't you guys, I still love you, because, you know, I love it all. Love it all.
Aww. So, Lifeline is such an amazing character, but you mentioned it a little while ago. I got to bring her up. Canary from Hunter x Hunter is,
yes,
an amazing character as well, and such a huge fan base for Canary as well. I mean, Hunter x Hunter took off.
It did. I think what was beautiful, I was the first character that had natural hairstyle, which was really lovely. And I have naturally curly hair, but I broke my back. In 2014, I was in a pretty bad car accident, so I have it blowed out, Mm-hmm. Now it's getting really long, so when it's curly, I'm going to do some natural styles this summer. You guys can check it out. But I love that Canary was smart and just really self-possessed and intelligent and cute, and I loved playing her. It was nice to see someone that looked more like my nieces and nephews, yeah.
That's awesome. And so it was a character that you were able to show off kind of and see themselves represented within.
Yes. And when I started, I was just really thankful for the work. In voiceover, they always have what we call craft service. So there's like a food spread and tea and like emergency and instant oatmeal, and I was really broke when I started this. So if somebody said you got an anime session, I'd be like, food for a week! Free bananas and apples, yeah! And so I was just really grateful for the job. But I didn't understand until about 2016 when people like Zeno Robinson and Deontay Black were coming in and letting me know that they love to see representation. And I didn't know I was the first Black leading anime actress. I was looking at Cree Summer and Phil Lamar, and I realized between Fate Stay Night, Vampire Night, Hunter x Hunter, Black Panther, Avengers Assemble, these were all roles that didn't really exist when I started. And so it's really been beautiful to see that that's given people permission to pursue their careers in voiceover or anything. And just if there's anyone having a dream right now and you don't see you in that field, whether it's entertainment or medical or mathematics, just know that if it's been put in your heart, it's your passion, the world is going to make room for it. Just because you haven't seen it before, if you haven't seen it, it means that you're supposed to be it.
Oh,
okay.
I like that. I really like that. That is really nice. Now, you've been able to do so many amazing roles, from Seven Deadly Sins to Hunter x Hunter, to Demon Slayer, and so many more. And someone from... You give her a round of applause for that. Yeah, go ahead. And so, before we started, I asked the audience to start sending in some of their questions.
Okay.
And one audience member was nice enough, and they sent in a question, and they wanted to know, which one has been your favorite role as of now?
Oh, I know. That's the hard one,
I know.
right?
It's so hard to ask that.
I can't pick A1. I love my job. It's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, and I got like a golden ticket, and I'm just so excited to be in the factory. Like, it's such a magical place to be a voice actress. But one of my first roles was Rosen Maiden, with one of the same directors that we work on for Magia. But I loved Rosen Maiden. She was a doll, and there's a scene in the series where she gets her arm broken off, and it gets sewn back on, and she's looking for her father, which was a theme that went in a lot of my animes. And she was crying, and he's, it's okay. She says, now that I'm broken, who will love me? That really resonated with me, because we kind of have that feeling that we have these dreams, but if we're broken or we don't get there fast enough, that they won't happen. And then we had Reen from Fate Stay Night, who also has lost her father. We have Vampire Knight, Yuki Cross, who has lost her mother and her father. I'm like, okay, right? And what was interesting is, because of my voice acting career, in 2016 I got an email and I met my biological father. So I was like looking for my father, the one my mother was married to. He died when I was a little girl, so I spent most of my life thinking that I didn't have a dad. And here I was doing all of these roles where they were looking for their father, and I'm in a show called Miraculous Ladybug. And when I met my biological dad, the first thing he said to me, without knowing anything, he said, "Hello, Ladybug." It's his nickname for me. And so Miraculous Ladybug, It was interesting that, and I didn't know all of my heritage, but playing all these tikis, I'm Polynesian, Creole, Ethiopian, Welsh, and Cherokee. And so it's lovely to see these characters, like Polynesian, I'm Tiki, and my dad's little ladybug. So that really means a lot to me. But Lifeline, so now I had met my family, and when I saw those pictures, she is the spitting image of my Nana that I had just met. And so she's got the freckles and the eyes, and she loves to dye her hair, so it's either a blonde or red. So I would tell her, she's 93 now, I would tell her, people are dressing up like you. They're cosplaying as you, Nana. And she's like, oh, who looks like me on the gram today? and so she'll check it out and see how many likes they have. And she's like, yeah. And there was one cosplayer named K-Bear, and she was the first Lifeline cosplayer, and it was so good. But I didn't know she does other cosplays. So I was like, I'll show you, Nana. And I pushed the picture, and then it was a picture of the back of K-Bear in like a G-string. And she had this beautiful body, but I was like, and Nana went, that's about what I look like in my day. She loves it all.
Mozambique here.